what does it truly mean to be saved? I have had many definitions from many ministers of God, and I am getting confused, especially when I make mistakes. I feel like I am no longer saved. Please make this clear to me.
Yes, the way people are preaching the gospel these days is making you to think that salvation is by works. People have actually missed it up. People don't know the difference anymore. A lot of people, the way the Christians are presenting salvation and the gospel, it could be confusing. You don't even know when you are saved and when you are not saved. You feel saved one day, you are not feeling saved the other day. But salvation is acknowledgement of the fact that you are a sinner. Once you admit that you are a sinner, you come before God that is able to forgive you, because He had proved it that He's going to forgive you. How did He prove it? He gave His life and died for you to prove to you that He loves you while you are still a sinner. So you being a sinner and He has died for you, that should give you assurance that He will always love you anyway. Even after you become a Christian and you fail and you are not perfect, He had loved you even when you are totally not perfect, when you didn't even near anything called perfect, when you are still a sinner. So He will not stop loving you in the first place. The only thing now that He's demanding from you is that once He has forgiven you and He has come into your life to live in there, and His blood has washed you clean, that you should now begin to build a relationship with Him. Much like a husband and a wife marry and they are building a relationship. So you need to begin to build a relationship with God. Relationship with God is what matters. It is not, your action. Your actions will be different in life. There will be good action, there will be bad action, there will be mistakes, there will be proper. But what really matters is your heart relationship. Your heart should always be drawn towards God. And if you make a mistake, then that relationship gives you the opportunity to ask Him for forgiveness, to draw closer to Him and say, I failed, I'm sorry. And keep on building your relationship ongoing. Just like you build a relationship with your own child, or with your own son, with your own daughter, or with your siblings. Mistakes will happen here and there. Failures will happen here and there. But the relationship supersedes the action. That's why the Bible says that God looks at the heart. So, but sometimes the way we have preached the gospel now is that we are still using the Old Testament format, standard, that eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. If you do this, we'll kill you, and we are looking at ourselves that way too. And that is why we fail. That's why we feel we are losing our salvation. But you are saved by grace, not by work. So it is only that grace that will sustain you. You cannot sustain your own salvation through work. You can only sustain your salvation through faith. We are saved by grace through faith. So your faith is talking about your relationship. And that grace is talking about your relationship. So Moses brought the law, but Jesus brought the truth. And the truth and grace. It brought grace and truth. That is the difference between Old Testament and New Testament. Moses brought the law in the Old Testament, but in the New Testament, Jesus brought the truth and grace. Truth, that you should know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And the grace to be able to, do what you cannot do. It's no more your power. It's no more your own effort. It is the relying on Him, trusting Him, that He is there for you. He is on your side all the time. He is not against you. He is not, sometimes the way people have preached the Christian life as if God is just waiting, as if He's against you. He's just waiting to find a way, or find one way or the other to kill you or to hammer you on the head. But no. He's he's your greatest fan. He's your greatest, what do you call it, leader.
He has your greatest interest.
He's the one that is cheerleader. Yeah, he's your greatest cheerleader. He's the greatest one that is cheering you up on your race to please Him, to heaven. So He's not, He's not there looking just for you to make any mistake and then hit you in the head and just batter you. No. He's drawing you closer. And the only thing He desires is that even when you make a mistake, never run away from Him. Run to Him. That is the idea of relationship and trust. You trust Him and run to Him. Let Him hug you. Let Him comfort you. Let Him, rub you in the head. Let Him caress you. Let Him, your head. Let Him just comfort you. That is what God is about in the real sense. All other things, forget about it. That is all religion.
Yeah, so in other words, your salvation is not based on works. It's not based on your actions, not what you do or what you did not do.
Yes.
Wow. That's insightful.
That's
Yeah.
why Jesus said that it is not what a man takes in that what he
Defiles
eats
him.
that defiles him. It's what is coming from inside
the
of him.
heart.
So what is in your heart? Is your heart drawing you closer to him? What is your heart doing? Is your heart desiring to love him more? That's why there is only one commandment in this New Testament. You know, to love him. Just desire to love him more. And then love people. As you love him, love people. He does it as if there are no actions in what existing. He did that intentionally, so that we will know that nothing should come between you, your relationship. That's the only thing you need. Just love God, serve man, serve God as you can, and live a life of peace with God and happiness.